Hello dear students, in this video I am going to discuss some multiple choice questions on the first few chapters, structural organization in animals and biomolecules. Let us go for the questions. So first part, questions on structural organization in animals. The kind of the epithelium which forms the inner walls of blood vessels is, options are cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium, ciliated epithelium and squamous epithelium, and the answer for this one is for this one, answer is squamous epithelium. The squamous epithelium is also called pavement epithelium. Not only the walls of blood vessels, even the alveoli of lungs, Bowman's capsule of nephron, they are also lined by squamous epithelium. And coming to the second question, the chondrocytes of connective tissue are fiber secreting cells, bone forming cells, cartilage cells, bone eating cells. So the answer for this question is the chondrocytes. It is related to, these are the cartilage cells found in the cartilage and which contains the matrix, and matrix is made up of collagen and proteoglycans. This matrix is maintained by cartilage cells called chondrocytes. Their function is to secrete collagen as well as proteoglycans. So they are nothing but the cartilage cells known as chondrocytes. Then coming to the next question. Mast cells are associated with exocrine glands, endocrine glands, areolar connective tissue and neural tissue. So where do you find the presence of mast cells? Mast cells are present in the areolar connective tissue and their function is to secrete heparin and histamine during inflammation as well as allergic response. So the mast cells are found in the areolar connective tissue. Then what will happen if ligaments are cut or broken? What will happen if ligaments are cut and broken? ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? Bone will become unfixed. The answer for this question is the bone will become unfixed. What is the reason why the bone will be unfixed? Because ligaments attach a bone with another bone. Broken or cut ligaments make the movement at joints very painful and restricted. What is the function of ligament? The ligaments are attaching one bone with another bone. ಒಂದು ಬೋನನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಬೋನದ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಯಾವುದು ಮಾಡ್ತದ? ಲಿಗಾಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದ. ಈ ಲಿಗಾಮೆಂಟ್ಗಳು ಕಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋಂಥ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತವ ಬೋನ್ಸ್ದು? ದೇ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ಪೇನ್ಫುಲ್ and they are restricted. Physical movement is not possible. So the right answer for this question is option C. Then tendons and ligaments are the examples of areolar connective tissue, adipose tissue, dense regular connective tissue, loose connective tissue. The answer for this question is both of them are the dense regular connective tissues. What is the function of these two, tendon and ligament? Tendon attaches skeletal muscles to the bone. ಸ್ಕೆಲೆಟಲ್ ಮಸಲ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಬೋನಿಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಕೆಲಸ ಯಾವುದು ಮಾಡ್ತದ? ಟೆಂಡಾನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದ. ಲಿಗಾಮೆಂಟ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನು? ಇಟ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚಸ್ ಒನ್ ಬೋನ್ ಟು ಅನದರ್ ಬೋನ್. ಸೊ ಬೋತ್ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್ ಆರ್ ಬಿಲಾಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ dense regular connective tissue. Then moving to the next question. Muscle tissue cells are contractile, which means they are responsible for the production and secretion of enzymes, are specialized in contraction and relaxation, help in the movement of involuntary organs only, all of the above. Muscle tissue cells are contractile. Muscle tissue ಒಳಗಿರುವಂಥ ಸೆಲ್ಸು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟೈಲ್ ಅವ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? The answer is they are specialized in contraction and relaxation because the actin content of the muscle cell, it is allowing them for contraction and relaxation. So the answer for this one is option B. Three essential components of most neurons are. Three essential components of most neurons are. ಯಾವ್ಯಾವು? Simple epithelium, extracellular matrix and nerves, axon, dendrites and cell body, nerve cell, synapses and neuroganglia, myelin sheath, node of Ranvier and Schwann cells. ಮೂರು ನ್ಯೂರಾನಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದಂಥ ಎಸೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ಸು ಯಾವುವು? ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ 3 ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ essentials of a neuron? The answer is axon, dendrites and cell body. Axon, dendrite and cell body are the essential components of neuron. Neuron andre ಏನು? The neuron is nothing but a nerve cell. ಒಂದು ನರ್ವ್ ಸೆಲ್ಲಿಗೆನೆ ನ್ಯೂರಾನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ಕರೀತಾರ. It is an electrically excitable cell that processes and transmits information through the electrical and chemical signals. ಒಂದು ನರ್ವ್ ಸೆಲ್ಲು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸೈಟೇಬಲ್. ಯಾಕದು ಎಕ್ಸೈಟೇಬಲ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಒಂದು ಮೆಸೇಜನ್ನು ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡದ ಮೆಸೇಜನ್ನು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೀಸ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ನ್ಯೂರಾನ್ಸ್ ಆಕರ್ ಥ್ರೂ ದ ಸಿನಾಪ್ಸೇಸ್. ಒಂದು ನ್ಯೂರಾನ್ ಒಳಗಿನ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ಲು ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ನ್ಯೂರಾನಿಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಎದ್ರ ಥ್ರೂ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ? ಆಕರಿಂಗ್ ಥ್ರೂ ದ ಸಿನಾಪ್ಸೇಸ್, ಸ್ಪೆಷಲೈಸ್ಡ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಅದರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ಅ ಟಿಪಿಕಲ್ ನ್ಯೂರಾನ್, ಒಂದು ಟಿಪಿಕಲ್ ನ್ಯೂರಾನನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಸೆಲ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ನೋಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಡೆಂಡ್ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತಾವ, ಎಕ್ಸಾನ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ next one. Nervous tissue cells that play several supporting roles but not transmit the impulses are called glial cells, dendrites, nerve cells, neurons. ಏನದ ಕ್ವಶನ್ನು? nervous tissue cell that play several supporting roles but not transmit the impulses. ಇಂಪಲ್ಸನ್ನು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಾರ್ದೇ ಸಪೋರ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ನರ್ವಸ್ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಯಾವುವು? ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಈಸ್ ಗ್ಲಿಯಲ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್. ದ ಗ್ಲಿಯಲ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ supportive cells, they are non-excitable cells, just they protect and support the neuron. ಅದು ಬರೀ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದ, ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದ, ಬಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸೈಟೇಬಲ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಒಳಗೆ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ನಾನ್ ಎಕ್ಸೈಟೇಬಲ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಬಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟಿವ್ ಇನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್. Then moving to the next question. Which of the following type of cell junction is not found in animal tissues? Adhering junction, tight junction, gap junction, plasmodesmata. Which of the following type of cell junction is not found in the animal tissues? Animal tissue ಒಳಗೆ ಇರುದೇ ಇರುವಂಥ ಜಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಯಾವುದು? The answer is plasmodesmata, because plasmodesmata are cytoplasmic channels that are present between the adjacent plant cells. It is not the character of animal cell. So the answer for this question is the plasmodesmata. Then coming to the next question. Phallic organs in cockroach are related to. Phallic organs in cockroach are related to male excretory system, male reproductive system, female excretory system, female reproductive system. So what is the answer? The answer for this is the phallic organs in cockroach are related to male reproductive system. So male reproductive system of the cockroach is having the phallic organs. What is the meaning of the phallic organs? The phallic organs are also called conglobate glands. Phallic organs ಗೆ conglobate glands ಅಂತಾನೂ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, and they are related to male reproductive system. This organ is present below the utricular gland in the sixth segment, and it communicates with exterior by the pore close to gonophore. Sixth segment utricular gland ಕೆಳಗಡೆಗೆ ಲೊಕೇಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಇದು ಮೇಲ್ ರೀಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಗೆ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಗ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಂಗ್ಲೋಬೇಟ್ ಗ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇದು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇನ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೀರಿಯರ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಟ್ಸ್ through the pore close to gonophore. So the answer for this one is option B. Then coming to the next question. The sensory papillae in the frogs are associated with. Sensory papillae in the frogs are associated with touch. The sense is identified by the structures called sensory papillae, and this recognizes touch in case of a frog. So the answer is option D. Then coming to the next question. The spermathecae in Ferritima, that is earthworm, is located in the segments. ಯಾವ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಯಾಥೀಕೆ ಲೊಕೇಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ? 14 to 18, 10 to 13, 6 to 10, 6 to 9. And the right answer is they are located in the segment from 6 to 9. What is the function? The function of spermathecae is to store the sperms. They are meant for the storage of sperms in the body of earthworm. And moving to the next question. 4 healthy people in their 20s faced injuries resulting in the damage and death of few cells given below. Which of the cells are least likely to be replaced by new cells? What is the question? 4 healthy people in their 20s. 20 ಇಯರ್ ಇರುವಂಥ ಅಥವಾ 20 ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗಿದ್ದಾಗ 4 ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಇಂಜುರಿ ಆಗಿ ಬಾಡಿ ಒಳಗಿರುವಂಥ ಕೆಲವು ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಡೆತ್ ಆಗ್ಯದ. ವಿಚ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ಲಿ ಟು ಬಿ ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ನ್ಯೂ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್? ಯಾವ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋಂಥ ಸೆಲ್ಸು ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ದ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ liver cells, neurons, Malpighian layer of the skin, osteocytes. So the answer for this question is option B, that is neurons, because neurons are non-regenerating cells, or they have least regeneration power. Therefore these cells are least likely to be replaced by the new cells. Then coming to the next question. What external changes are visible after the last molt of a cockroach nymph? After the last molt of a cockroach nymph, what are the last changes? External changes are visible. Development of anal cirrus, development of both forewings and hindwings, development of labium, mandibles become harder. So what is the answer? Answer for this one is development of both forewings and hind limbs. The development of nymph, it looks very much likely to that of adults. In case of cockroach, nymph is very much similar to that of adult, and the nymph grows by molting about 13 times to reach the adult form. What is the meaning? ನಿಂಫ್ ಇದ್ದದ್ದು ಅಡಲ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಡಲ್ಟ್ ಥರ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಅದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಾರಿ ಮೌಲ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತದ? ಅಂಡರ್ಗೋಸ್ ಮೌಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ 13 times. It undergoes about 13 times moulting. The last nymphal stage has wing pads while adult cockroaches have wings. So last stage ಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ವಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಯಾಡ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ದೆನ್ ಅಡಲ್ಟ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನಿಗೆ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಯಿತು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವು ವಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ. ದೆನ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್. Lack of blood supply and the presence of non-cellular basement membrane are the characters of muscular tissue, fluid connective tissue, epithelial tissue, nervous tissue. And the answer is epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissues lack the supply of blood for the basement membrane. These epithelial tissues, they cover the body surface or they line the body cavity. ಅದು ಬಾಡಿ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಅನ್ನರೇ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸಿಗೆ ಲೈನಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನರೇ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ದ ಎಪಿಥೀಲಿಯಲ್ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ಅ ನಾನ್ ಸೆಲ್ಯುಲಾರ್ ಬೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೆಮ್ರೇನ್. ಎಪಿಥೀಲಿಯಲ್ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ ಒಳಗಿನ ಸೆಲ್ಸು ನಾನ್ ಸೆಲ್ಯುಲಾರ್ ಬೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೆಮ್ರೇನ್ ಅದ ಮೇಲೆ ಲೊಕೇಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾವ. ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ಬೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೆಮ್ರೇನ್ which is secreted by those cells itself. ಅದೇ ಸೆಲ್ಗಳಿಂದ ಆ ಬೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೆಮ್ರೇನ್ ಸಿಕ್ರೀಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ನರಿಶ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾನ್ ವೆಸ್ಕ್ಯುಲರೈಸ್ಡ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಇರದೇ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾನ್ ವೆಸ್ಕ್ಯುಲಾರ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರಲ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್. ವಿಚ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫಾಲೋವಿಂಗ್ ವರ್ಟೆಬ್ರೇಟ್ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ would be an excellent source of collagen? Collagen the source ಯಾವುದು ಅದ? The answer is option B. What is this B? It is tendon. Tendon the function it attaches the skeletal muscles with the bone, and it is the rich source of collagen. Then moving to the questions related to the biomolecules. So the first question here, glycerol is a tetrahydroxy propene, trihydroxy propane, trihydroxy butane, tetrahydroxy butane. Glycerol ಏನಿದು? The glycerol is colorless and odorless. It is used in the pharmaceutical preparations, and chemically the glycerol is trihydroxy propane. Chemically the glycerol is trihydroxy propane. It is colorless and odorless. Where it is used? It is used in the pharmaceutical preparations. Then lecithin, the most basic amino acid is yaudu? Arginine, histidine, glycine, glutamine. The most basic type of the amino acid is arginine. The next question, lecithin is a, lecithin andre ಏನು? Phospholipid, carbohydrate, protein, amino acid. Lecithin is a phospholipid containing choline. Choline containing phospholipid is called lecithin. The next question, primary structure of the proteins is due to the presence of dash hydrogen bonds, peptide bonds, sulfur linkage, disulfide linkage, ionic bonds. The proteins are characterized by the very specific bonds called peptide bonds between the amino acids. That is why when many amino acids are linked by the peptide bonds, it is called polypeptide chain, and polypeptide chain itself represents the protein molecule. So the answer is option B. Then moving to the next question, turnover number of enzyme depends on size of the enzyme molecule, number of active sites, concentration of a substrate molecule, molecular weight of as enzyme. So what is the answer for this question? Turnover number ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ first, then we can go for the answer. Turnover number is the number of substrate molecules which can be catalyzed by a single molecule of an enzyme in a unit time. ಒಂದು ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಒಳಗೆ, ಒಂದು ಗಿವನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಎನ್ಝೈಮು ಕೆಟಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತದ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲನ್ನು ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಒಂದೇ ಎನ್ಝೈಮು ಒಂದು ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದ. ಆ ಎನ್ಝೈಮ್ ಕೆಟಲೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂತ ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಟರ್ನೋವರ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತದೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಟರ್ನೋವರ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆನ್ active site, rapidity of reaction and separation of end products. So turnover number direct ಆಗಿ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಎದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ? ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಸೈಟ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ಯದ. ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ರ್ಯಾಪಿಡಿಟಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವ ರೇಟ್ ಒಳಗೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ನಡೀಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತದ, ಅಂಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಗಳು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತಾವ. ಸೊ ಇವೆಲ್ಲವುಗಳು ಟರ್ನ್ ಓವರ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಆನ್ ಎನ್ಸೈಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತಹದ್ದು ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಯಾವುದದ? ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ. ದೆನ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್, ದ Km value of the enzyme is the value of substrate concentration at which the reaction reaches to 0, 2 Vmax, half Vmax and 1/4 Vmax. The answer is half Vmax. What is that Km? It is also called Michaelis-Menten constant, and when the value of enzyme is the value of substrate concentration at the reaction reaches to be half Vmax. Then coming to the next question, select the incorrect statement. Ribozymes are nucleic acids with catalytic power. Proteins are homopolymer and made up of amino acids. Inulin is a polymer of fructose. Glycogen is stored in liver and muscles. So, yav statement wrong ada? Here, the option B is wrong statement, because the proteins are both homopolymers as well as heteropolymers. They are not completely only homopolymers. Therefore, option B is the wrong answer. Then coming to the next question. Carbohydrates, the most abundant biomolecule on earth, are produced by some bacteria, algae and green plants. Fungi, algae and green plants, all bacteria, fungi and algae, viruses, fungi and bacteria. ಕಾರ್ಬೋಹೈಡ್ರೇಟ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಯಾವ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ ಅರ್ತ್ ಮೇಲೆ? ಸೊ ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ carbohydrate is the product of photosynthesis, and with relation to this statement, the correct option is some bacteria, algae and green plant cells. Autotrophic organisms, they are capable of undergoing the food production. Self food production is observed. So through that autotrophic property or autotrophic process, some bacteria, algae and green plant cells, all the green plant cells, all the algae and some bacteria. The bacteria is photoautotropic as well as chemoautotropic. They are capable of producing carbohydrates. So the correct answer is option A. Then next question. Which one of the following biomolecules is correctly characterized? Lecithin, a phosphorylated glyceride found in the cell membrane. Palmitic acid is an unsaturated fatty acid with 18 carbon atoms. Adenyllic acid, adenosine with glucose phosphate molecule. Alanine amino acid contains an amine group and an acidic group anywhere in the molecule. Which one of the following biomolecule is correctly characterized? See, if we go through the question, this one is correct, but one mistake is there in the option. Palmitic acid, it is unsaturated fatty acid, but let me clear here. The number of carbon atoms in the palmitic acid are 16. It is not 18. The option given in the question is wrong. Palmitic acid is unsaturated fatty acid. It is correct. But number of carbon atoms are 16. You please remember this one. The next question. A nucleoside differs from nucleotide is not having. What is the difference between a nucleoside and nucleotide? Nucleoside andre enirtada? It is the molecule containing pentose sugar and nitrogen base. Erade irtava. A pentose sugar ಮತ್ತು nitrogen base ಗೆ phosphate group attach ಆಯಿತು, add ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ that molecule is nucleotide. So nucleoside differs from nucleotide in not having phosphate. So the C is answer. Then coming to the next one, select the type of enzyme involved in the following reaction. ಕೆಳಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂಥ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಯಾವ ಎಂಜೈಮ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗ್ಯದ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಗಿವನ್? S attached to G plus another S dash, both of them are undergoing. Reaction ಮುಗಿದಾಗ, see, these are the reactants. ಯಾವು? S with G and S dash. ಇವು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಸು ಅಥವಾ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ಸು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯಾವ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಬಂದದ, ಬಟ್ ಏನು ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋಗೈತಿ? ಜಿ ಎಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಎಸ್ ಡ್ಯಾಶಿಗೆ ಬಂದದ. ಯಾವಾಗ? ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಮುಗಿದ ಮ್ಯಾಲ. ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಂಥ ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡಿಗೆ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಆಗ್ಯದ. ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ಜಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಎದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗಿತ್ತು? ಎಸ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ. ಬಟ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ಆ ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಎದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗ್ಯದ? ಎಸ್ ಡ್ಯಾಶಿಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗ್ಯದ. ಅಂದರೆ ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಗ್ರೂಪು ಒಂದು ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ದಿಂದ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಕಂಪೌಂಡಿಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆಗ್ಯದ. ಸೊ ದ ಎಂಜೈಮ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರೇಸ್. ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ ಈಸ್ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ದೆನ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್, sugar phosphate backbone in nucleic acid. It is hydrophilic in nature. It is negatively charged. It shows polarity, all of the above. What is the character of sugar phosphate backbone in the nucleic acid? Hydrophilic in nature, phosphate group with the negatively charged, sugar arrangement and phosphate arrangement gives the polarity. So all these are the characters observed in the backbone of nucleic acid. Then the information in a genetic nucleic acid resides in the information in a genetic nucleic acid resides in the. ಒಂದು ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಎದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ರಿಸೈಡ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದು ಆ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ನ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತದ? ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ ಕಂಟೈನ್ಸ್ ಶುಗರ್, nitrogen base, phosphate group. Arrangement of that nucleotide in the nucleic acid, it stores the genetic information. Natural lipids are readily soluble in oil, water, mercury, none of these. Natural lipids ಯಾವುದ್ರೊಳಗೂ soluble ಆಗಲ್ಲ. Answer is none of these. Then L soluble ಆಗ್ತವ. Natural lipids are readily soluble in the non-polar hydrocarbons such as benzene and petroleum. In light petroleum and benzene, the natural lipids undergo readily solubility, but they are not soluble in oil, mercury and water. Then last question. Relation between amino acid and protein is similar to one found between glucose and fructose, thiamine and uracil, nucleoside and nucleic acid, nucleotides and nucleic acids. Relation between amino acid and protein. Amino acids are the monomers of proteins. ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಈಸ್ ಪಾಲಿಮರ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್. ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ತಯಾರಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಅದೇ ಥರ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ಸು ವೆನ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಫಾಸ್ಫೋಡೈಎಸ್ಟರ್ ಲಿಂಕೇಜ್, ಇಟ್ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ ರೈಸ್ ಟು ದ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್. ಸೊ ಮೋನೋಮರ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ಸ್. ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ನೂ ಒಂದು ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಪಾಲಿಮರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಪಾಲಿಮರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಅದ ಅದೇ ಥರ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಫೌಂಡ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ಸ್. So these are the questions that I wanted to discuss with respect to structural organization in animals and biomolecules. Hope this is clear for you. Thank you.